Ujumbo makes use of the Meet Ujumbo. Ujumbo makes use of the fact that almost all of your data is stored inside of Google Spreadsheets already. And you need to be able to receive Google Forms from them, and then at the same time you want to email and SMS them. Wouldn't it be great if you could correspond with your users with email and SMS directly from your spreadsheet without ever having to leave? Well, let's get started. To make a new copy of the template Ujumbo spreadsheet, which is all you need, just go ahead after going to the URL and click on the Make a New Copy. Yes, I want to do this. This copies the Ujumbo's template spreadsheet into your own Google Drive. If you ever desire to make a new spreadsheet, you can go ahead and make a new copy and follow this process again. After the spreadsheet finishes loading, a pop-up will appear. The pop-up will ask you to follow the instructions above. Please follow the directions under Install Ujumbo. Okay. Click on Install Ujumbo and follow Step 1 to grant Ujumbo permissions. Now, you see here that this is the view of a normal Google Forms sheet. So all the Google Forms that you submit go here. This is an example that shows that it collects the first name, last name, email, and phone number, which is required for Ujumbo, and also any optional columns demonstrated by, say, something like, what is your favorite programming language? Well, let's grant Ujumbo permission first. Wait for it to bring up the permissions dialog, requesting permissions that allow the spreadsheet to operate. The app will ask for authorization to run. Just click OK. Scroll down the list of permissions and click Accept. Now that we've completed Step 1 of the installation, go ahead and come back and complete Step 2. Alright, great. We're almost done. After this, if you go to Tools, Script Editor, click on the little cloud icon with an arrow inside of it. Click on Save New Version. No need to type anything in. Make sure it says whichever username or Gmail account you want to be able to send your emails from. If you want to send in emails from a different account, please log in and repeat the process that we just did above. And change who has access to the app to anyone, even anonymous. And click Deploy. Great. Now we're all set up. The spreadsheet is now operational. But before we can send and receive text messages, go ahead and go to the phone number and click Borrow a phone number. This phone number is for demo purposes only. As you can see here, it says you are borrowing this number 484-297-7955. Any text messages will be sent from that number, and if the user responds, they can reply to that phone number and the message will appear in the spreadsheet. Just click OK, and if you're ever trying to find that phone number again, if you go to the Settings tab and scroll all the way to the bottom, you can see the phone number appear right here. Okay, great. Let's go back to the Users tab. Now, let's look at the normal Google Forms functionality of this. if you go to Form and then click on Go to Live Form, you can see the form that would be a user would fill out here. Now, let's say we want to add a customized question. You can go to Form, and just like a normal Google form, click Edit Form, and let's change the name of the form to Dining Philosophers Sign Up. Great. Say Dining Philosophers is a student computer science club, and we want to ask students for, well, like in the example, what is your favorite programming language? What is your favorite programming language? And click Done. Okay, great. Now, if I refresh the live form, we can see that this new question has appeared. Now, let's visit the first unique thing about Ujumbo. Oh, just quickly ignore this. There's a little error in the current Ujumbo system. The question, what is your favorite programming language, will just kind of sit there right now. It's a bug that we're currently working on. But you can just ignore it for your purposes. This is the one that we actually just created. This is a remnant from the past. Just ignore this column. And everything will still work. Okay, if you go to Settings, you can configure what happens when someone submits a new Google form. So if you look here, send them an email when someone submits a Google form. It'll send them an email that says, thanks for registering. In this case, if I'm submitting my form, thanks for registering, Jonathan. Please make sure the following information is correct, and it'll include my phone number and email that I submitted inside the Google form. If I don't want to send an email when someone submits a form, I can just press N for no there, and then these will gray out, indicating that it will not be activated. Well, in this case, I want to leave it on. Similarly, you can send a text message to someone when they submit a form and turn it on and off in the same way and include various parameters from the form submission in the same way. Now, let's actually go try it. I'm going to go submit a form with my name and my email and my Google Voice phone number, which I will copy and paste from my Google Voice account. Obviously, this will work with any normal phone number, even outside the country. What is your favorite programming language? Ruby. Great. I'm going to click Submit. And I got my confirmation. And then if we go to the Users tab, we can see, yes, this indeed appeared here. Okay, great. If I check my Google Voice number right now and refresh, I get, thanks for registering, Jonathan. Please make sure the information is correct. Alright, that's great. I got my text message. Did I get my email? Well, if I search for, if I look at my inbox, I got an email at 8:31. It says, please make sure the following information is correct. Alright, great. I got an email and text message confirmation when I submitted that form. Wonderful. Let's submit one more. Let's say it's Bob Smith and bobsmith@gmail.com. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Programming language Scala. Great. Click Submit. And now this appears in the spreadsheet as well. Okay, great. What now? Well, you might want to send emails and text messages to these individuals after the fact. So, you might have heard of mail merge before, where you can customize email messages and SMS messages to them. Well, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go create a targeted SMS campaign, as it's called in Ujumbo. This creates a new spreadsheet that appears at the bottom here. And let's rename this to call it Code at Night, an event that we run every Wednesday night where people can code and eat cookies together. So I want to remind everyone via text message, hey, Code at Night starts in 2 hours in the Weiss Tech House. How many friends are you bringing? And now I can see what their favorite programming language is based on how they answered the question. And I can actually even decide to customize this message further for the people that like certain things. Ruby is welcome, because I know that Jonathan likes Ruby. And for Bob, I can write the same message, and I can write, we love Scala too. So directly from this view, you can look at various properties and customize messages directly to them. So if I click Send Now, this looks at these messages and sends them immediately to the people, and you will see a send confirmation here. It says this phone number does not exist, so it is complaining at me. Let's just ignore that. Let's actually go and change this person's phone number to my other phone number, so we will not get that error in the future. Okay, great. So you can see that this did not send out. So actually, let's go ahead and send it out. And you can hear my phone buzz as I receive that text message. So if I click Send Now again, it sees that it has a send receipt here, but not on here. And it'll only send it to the people that do not have a send receipt yet. So I can click Send Now, and it will send this message to Bob. You can see it has been sent. And very shortly, there we go, we hear that we have a text message. And great. So let's see. The question asks me, how many friends am I bringing? So for my Google Voice account, I'm going to go and respond. I'm going to bring 6 people. And then for my other phone, I'm going to respond that I am bringing, oops, we see that the 6 has popped in. I'm going to respond and say I'm going to bring 3 people. And clicking Send. And because this is the normal Google form, well, a Google spreadsheet, you can use any of Google's functionalities. So say you wanted to take a sum. Well, I can go here, I can go, let's say, right over here in my spreadsheet, and do equals to the sum of all the incoming responses that will come up. And I can see that there's a total of 9 people that are going to be coming to the event tonight. Okay, great. Well, this seems pretty last minute. Come to Code at Night, it starts in 2 hours. Say you wanted to send this message, not right now, but say Code at Night was actually on a Saturday night, and you wanted to send out that message on Saturday at 3 p.m. without having to even think about it. Well, first thing to do is get rid of these send receipts, because anything with send receipts will not send. And if you look down here, there's this send later functionality. If you just double click on that, we can write Saturday at 3 p.m. Now I'd press enter, except I don't actually want to send this out now because you guys can't see it. Let's send it out today at 8:38 a.m. So once I press enter, if it turns green, it means that I understood what I said. Ah, great, and I get this little success message over here. And as the clock turns to 8:38, we'll see Google Forms turn this section blue, and then it will have send receipts here when it sends it out. And there we go. We see the first one send and the second one send. Now these send receipts are blue. Oh, there's my phone. These send receipts are blue, indicating that they have been sent via scheduled delivery. So we can also see that it has been sent, but this thing turns blue as well. There's a D in front of it that stands for delivered. All right, great. So we just learned how to send grouped mass text messages at any given moment, even in the future. And you know how to receive responses. Now, what happens when someone responds again? Let's say, wait, what is the address again? Someone asks from their cell phone. Well, any upcoming responses will be appended to the bottom. Obviously, however, this breaks the summation, but that's okay for now. Also, you might have seen this SMS status change. What does that mean? Well, when the text messages were sent, this changes the SMS status to on. What this means is if there was another SMS spreadsheet, they will not be receiving the incoming responses here. So whichever spreadsheet has the on right here, the responses will go to. And the cool thing is that the send later functionality, when you click send later, it doesn't immediately steal the SMS status to on. So let's quickly demonstrate that. So we create another targeted SMS spreadsheet. The default status of the SMS spreadsheet, as we see here, is off. So at this current moment, if I send another text message with just some random text, the responses still go into the spreadsheet as it just popped up here. Okay, but say if we click send now, this SMS status will turn on, and therefore any incoming text messages will go to this sheet, the untitled SMS campaign, and not Code at Night. So let's go ahead and try that. I'll just say hello here and click send now. And after pressing send now, you'll see that the SMS status turns on. And you can see that that send confirmation was given. And this is sent to my Google Voice. So if I respond here and say hello, this sends it back to the spreadsheet. And because this has the SMS status of on, the responses go here and not here. And now you can see that the SMS status of this spreadsheet is turned off. Now, how does send later work the same way? Well, it only changes the SMS status at the time that you specify here. So keep that as a note. Okay, great. Now we know how to send and receive text messages now and in the future. So how do you do emails? Well, go back to your Actions page, click Create Targeted Email Campaign. This creates a new spreadsheet right over here, and let's name this Hackathon. Great. Let's say we want the subject of the email to be, don't forget to come to the hackathon tonight. And the body of the email to say, the hackathon will be held in the engineering quad. Bring your friends. And similarly, we can look over here and customize the message if we do desire. For now, I'm just not going to bother customizing it. So I'm going to send the same thing to both people. Okay. So if I click send now, just like the SMS, it will send out these emails. and have a send confirmation inside the send receipt column. And there we go. They've been sent out. Now let's see. If we look closely, you can see this one column that says email opened. And this can actually tell whether someone has opened your email or not, which can be helpful for trying to figure out what subjects work, what gets someone to open their email. So if we look here, it's currently still empty. But if I go ahead and click on my email and go back here, we can see that a yes pops up right over here. So we know that this person opened the email. So one strategy is to not send out all of the emails at once, send out some of them, and then see how many people open it and try to keep doing that email. So this is called A/B testing. So you can test out who actually reads my subject lines. And then if you want to see the email in your inbox, you can click on this little Gmail icon and then open it here. And note that this actually, by viewing the message that you sent in your own inbox, this actually makes it seem like you've read it as well. So if you care about the read status, don't open up the email, or else it'll be marked as read. Like if I go here as an example and open this seemingly unread email, this will actually now mark it as read because I've opened this in my own Gmail. In the future, we'll think of a way to get this working so that it does not do this. Let's wait for the email to load. Close this one. And if we go back to the spreadsheet, AS will now appear there. So don't open your email if you care about the sender's read receipt. And just like your text messages, you can send this later at any given time. Things that work in this are anything like September 16th at 9:02 a.m. or tomorrow. Actually, I'm not sure if tomorrow works. Just be very specific about the date. And if you ever write a date that it does not recognize, it will just yell at you, so you will know for certain that it did not work. Error, invalid date. Okay, great. If you go to the billing sheet, you can see how many emails and SMSs you have sent. It costs 2 cents to send each text message. So this is the current running total. For now, since this is still in beta, we will be creating Twilio accounts, which is the thing that allows you to send text messages for you, because billing is currently not built in. So if you want to send text and receive text messages, go to the website twilio.com. That's twilio.com, which I will go to right now, and then sign up for an account there. And then if you send me your Twilio username and password, I can purchase a phone number that allows you to send text messages, which costs $1 per month and 1 cent per each text message. So also as a recap, to create additional campaigns, you can keep creating new email campaigns, new SMS campaigns, until your sheets fill up, and then you'll probably want to start deleting your campaigns. And as a reminder, in the settings tab, there's one more thing that you want to tweak. You don't want to send your emails as your organization's name, as you see here. That's not what you're looking for. Just go ahead and change this to your organization's name, in this case, the Dining Philosophers. And then your emails will appear from there. Great. That's all for now. Please let me know if you have any further questions. And remember, this is still in beta, so we're still beta testing this thing. Please let me know if any problems come up, and happy Ujumboing. Thank you.